What's up, guys? I told y'all to make a tutorial on how to take the airflow ring off of the Atlantis, and as you can see, I've already done it. But I'm actually going to reinstall it, and the way I'm going to do it is the exact way that you take it off. So just do it backwards, I guess. So yeah, it's got plenty of airflow. I just put the 7mm replaceable tank on it. It's great. I'm really liking it. It has plenty of airflow. I'm just going to put it back on because I just simply don't like the way it looks without it. I mean, it looks pretty shitty. Performs great, but yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'll take it off. Go ahead and take your atomizer out. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is, and a few things you're going to need, a vise, and if you don't have a vise, 2 pieces of wood, anything that you can basically put this into without it damaging your base, because if you bend that up, your atomizer is not going to screw in, and you're just going to ruin it. So I do it with a vise. That's how I was taught to do it, or how I figured it out, so that's how I do it. So basically, you just want to tighten it into the device, and you don't want to tighten it all the way. You see the lip on this base right here? It just barely sticks out on both sides. You just want to lay that onto the top of the vise and just tighten it down to where it's actually just laying on it, and there's no pressure. So you see that it's not tight, but it's not going anywhere. Get you a drill bit, and you want a drill bit big enough to where if you do a small drill bit, you might puncture the bottom of your base, what's going to pop off, or you might dent it in, and it might mess up the pin in it, and you don't want to go straight down. So you want a big enough drill bit or something large enough to where it's not going to dent it in. You don't want to go straight down. You actually want to go at an angle on both sides, and it should just take one good hit on both sides. Alright. So basically, I'm just going to put my drill bit flat side down, of course, on this side. Well, all it took was once, or 2 little hits that time. And that's what comes off. The little part that come off the base that houses your 510 pin, that comes off, and this is what you're left with here. Now, I can't stress to you enough, before you take the actual ring off, you see that little hole right there on the top of the widest airflow hole? Make sure you put your finger as you slide this ring off. Let's see if I can get it on there. As you slide this ring off, you want to make sure you just hold down where that hole is going to be, and it's going to be right in the middle on top of the widest airflow. You just want to hold your finger there, because if not, this little bitty spring and this tiny pin is going to shoot out, and it's going to fly across the room, and you'll never be able to find it, trust me. I mean, it's small. So as you just hold your finger on there and then gently uncover it, and that spring and that pin will just fall out. I'm going to show you the spring. I don't know if you can see this, but this thing is tiny. I mean, it's very small, and the pin is even smaller. That's the pin. So yeah, it's very small. If you're not careful, it will fly out. So this is actually the first time I've ever reassembled it. So let's see if I get it right on camera. Basically, you're just gonna put this little pin, which you're probably not gonna be able to see this because it's so tiny, back in the spring. Without it shooting across the damn room. Alright, so I got it. You're going to put the pin back in the spring. And then basically I'm going to put it right back in the way it come out. Just fit it right back in that hole. Just like that. And then I'm going to hold pressure on it, and I can't do this on camera because I want to get it right. I want to make sure this damn thing don't fly out across the room. You just want to hold it tight, put pressure on it while you put this ring back on. Oh, you bitch. Alright, so I got it in there, and if I done it right, this thing will spin and click like it did before. So I'm just going to throw it on my mod here. Well, no I'm not neither, because I have to put this base back on. Alright. So basically, this goes right back on here at the bottom, and you want to try to push it to where it grips on there, and try to get as flush as you can, which that's not flush, but that way when we put it back on here, I'm just going to gently tap it with this hammer again until it just goes right back into place, flush. Alright, that looks pretty good. Hands are slippery. Let's see if this thing's gonna spin and click like it did. And there we go. It got caught there for just a second, but I guess it just has to get back in its own little place. But yeah, you hear it clicking. She's spinning. So yeah, that's how you I guess that's how you put it back on. Same concept, taking it off, just like I showed you. You take your atomizer out. You unscrew your base. You pop this part off right here. You put it in your vise. Take your drill bit, bigger drill bit, pop it out. And then, like I said, and I can't stress this to you enough, I know I've said this plenty of times, but I don't want you blaming me if you lose that pin and spring. So I'm going to tell you one more time. The biggest airflow, line your biggest airflow hole up with the hole itself, and remember that little bitty pinhole is going to be right there on top. Make sure you hold that down with your finger or something while you slide that ring off, or else you will lose that pin and that spring, and you won't I don't know if you can find another one or not. It's pretty damn small and unique, so very, very careful when you do that. So that's how you do it. Hope y'all learned something. Hope it works out for you if you want to do it. Like I said, it's perfect airflow for me. I just don't like the way it looks. As a matter of fact, I might just go ahead and take this back off and drill mine out and Dremel it out to where it will fit the other holes, and it'll look good. I just didn't like the way it looked without it. But yeah, if you do it, hope you succeed and don't lose the damn pin and spring. Peace.